Hi, Adam here with your FPL update after the conclusion of Game Week 21. I'm going to start with something a little bit different and give you the best team since the restart after the World Cup. There's been 5 game weeks, but some teams have had 6 games with the fixture backlog from earlier in the season. So in goal would have been Pepper, who's managed to keep 3 clean sheets in 6 games, giving him 34 points since the restart. In defence, about 3, 2 of which are from Newcastle, which isn't surprising given that they haven't conceded a goal since the World Cup. Nick Pope racking up 10 clean sheets in a row in the league, and only his price tag keeping him out of the best team since the restart. So Dan Burn and Kieran Trippier, with, like I said, 8 clean sheets in a row. Trippier being the top scorer of the two with 45 points, as he also collects bonus points for fun, given that he takes all the set pieces and gets up and down the pitch so much. And completing the defence is Luke Shaw, who's got 3 clean sheets for Manchester United and a goal in their home victory versus Bournemouth. Into midfield, probably the only surprise package in the team, Solly March with 4 goals and 2 assists from Brighton and for Brighton. Also joint top scorer since the restart with 46 points. Joining him, Rashford carries on his rich vein of form. As I'm recording, he's just scored his 10th goal in 10 games in all competitions in the Carabao Cup semi-final against Forest. Has 5 goals in 6 games in the Premier League since the restart. Also has 46 points. Mahrez from Manchester City, just behind him. 3 goals and 4 assists for Man City. 45 points. Outscoring Foden and KDB, who were the more popular picks in FPL, by quite some distance. And then on to probably the form team in the league. Odegaard for Arsenal. Central to everything that they do, and still a very cheap price in FPL. I think he's still below 7 million. 2 goals and 4 assists since we came back. And completing the midfield, Bruno Fernandes, looking somewhat back to his best with 2 goals and 3 assists. A lot of that coming in the double game week where he scored 19 points. And Manchester United, as I'll come on to, have another double game week, potential double game week coming up. And up front, the 2 big hitters, no surprise. Erling Haaland, 7 goals, including a hat-trick versus Wolves last time out, giving him 46 points. And Harry Kane, 4 goals and 2 assists, 38 points over that period, and also equaled Jimmy Greaves' goal-scoring record for Spurs. Now, onto our no-nay-never league table. I'll give you a rundown of the top 5. In 5th place, we've got Tom Dinian, with 1,336 points. In 4th, Daniel Shepherd, 1,342 points. 3rd, Dylan Crowther, 1,344 points. And 2nd, Alex Maxwell, quite congested up to 2nd on 1,347 points and just outside the top 10k overall. But leading the way, he's been up there for the majority of the season, and I'm not sure if he's any relation to last year's Cup winner, Lee Banks, but Brad Banks with his Youth Not Hoof team with a nice 30-point lead at the top, 1,377 points, and an overall rank inside the top 2K of 11 million players. So well done, Brad. Keep it going. We've also got the January Manager of the Month to announce, as there won't be any games for the rest of January. In 5th place, Andy Bick, 238 points. 4th, Sam Coleman, 239 points. 3rd, Craig Smith, 243 points. 2nd, Beck Holden on 248 points. And winning by only 4 points this month, congratulations to Catherine Bibby, 252 points, Bibster FC, and you win your No Nay Never sticker. Please contact us on previewshow@nonaynever.net or on Twitter @nonaynever to collect your prize. Just a few notes. ahead of the upcoming game weeks. Provisionally, Man United versus Leeds and Leeds both have double game week 22 if they avoid an FA Cup replay. That gives Man United home games against Crystal Palace and Leeds in 22, so I'd probably aim to have 3 of their players if possible. And Rashford is a genuine option to be triple captain. There might be some good ones later in the season, but he's on fire at the moment. And 2 good home games. I think I'm going to struggle not to put the armband onto Rashford next week. There's more rescheduling expected after the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Just to note that the finalists blank in game week 25, which is looking at the moment like Manchester United and Newcastle. That could all change though. So their games versus Brighton and Brentford will be postponed. So just be wary of bringing players in from those teams after game week 22. There's also the FA Cup 4th round this weekend. So wait until Thursday or Friday next week before making any transfers if you can. Teams with good fixtures for the next few weeks are Arsenal, who've got double game week 23 and good follow-up fixtures. Brighton, an expected double game week in 22, but obviously be wary of that blank coming up as well. And Spurs from game week 23. The next deadline is next Friday, the 3rd of February at 6:30 p.m. One last thing to say, if you've still got your chips left, I'd probably wait until after these next couple of weeks. You can put proper plans in place for the rest of the season after that and try and navigate the blank and the double game weeks. And finally, wishing you all green arrows for game week 22. Up the Clarets.
The No Nay Never podcast is brought to you in association with the TalkSport Fan Network. Natalie Bromley is the host and editor, and the show is produced by Matt Moss. Our resident statistician is Dave Roberts, and our FPL expert is Adam Dennett. The Analysis Show team is collectively Tom Whittaker, Richard Steele, George Poole, Charlotte Rigby, Adam Dennett and Robbie Kopak. Our music is provided by George Gaskill, and our newsletter team is headed up by Jamie Smith. If you don't already, you can subscribe to our newsletter by visiting nonaynever.substack.com. Our thanks as ever go to our partners TalkSport. We are as ever proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.